It is so pretty. 100 pages left and Feyre could die. Every chance he gets, he shows all of his cards. Hello and welcome guys to my channel. This is Ishita of Ishri Reads and hope you're liking our video so far. And for today's video, I am going to read this book, A Court of Silver Flames. And before I start the video, let me show you something. Look at this. Look at this. This is the map that is given in this book.
प्यारी समझ गई.
And if you look at it, it is so pretty. Like, I had not seen this map, the map of this book, this book before, because in every book the map was same, the plain old boring one. Not even if not boring, after reading 5 books, that same map becomes boring. There are just little tweaks that are added, but the illustration in this one is so pretty. I am just amazed. I was so surprised when I saw it. And before you get me, let me show you the map which was in A Court of Frost and Starlight. It was this. It was this simple map. Nothing. But this map, the one in this book, deserves a moment of appreciation. For this video, I am going to read this book. I will try to read this book because if you know me, I am a slow reader. But I'm excited to read this book as I heard about it in Instagram or all the videos about this book, that this book is about Nesta and Cassian. They are the main characters for this one. And I am so excited to read about Nesta.
रहा नहीं जाता तड़प ही ऐसी है ना. नहीं, it's okay.
Because she is the perfect baddie. She is someone that I want to be. I want to be her, but I just can't. So I'll read about her and I'll let you know that what happens. And I think there will be spoilers. Not I think, because there will be spoilers, because I don't think if I read it, I can't stop talking about it. I need someone to rant to, and you are the one that I am going to rant to. So you have to hear it. I'll just, if you don't want, you can just no. This video is not for you. This video is for the ones who want to hear me rant and who want to see me lose my mind when I read this book. So yes, let's get into it. And let's see what happens, if I am going to be alive at the end or I am going to die in the end.
तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं.
Okay guys, let's start reading this book. It's 28th March today, and for the past 1 week I have only read, I think, 70 to 80 pages. And today I would like to make some progress.
मस्त जोक मारा रे. या हंस रे हलकट हंस.
Because at this rate, I don't think I can finish this book. Because every day I am only able to read like 5 to 10 pages. And this is really making me go into my reading slump again. And I don't want to go there. So, yes, let's make some progress today. And let's at least read 150 to 100 pages in one sitting. So, yes, let's see if we can do that. We also have my reading partner here. Say hello to viewers. Hello. Hello. Okay, I need to stop being cringe. Okay, so yes, as I was right, I'm on page number 70. I'm on page number. Let's get to page number 170. I love the baddie Nesta. Like, this is somewhat this book is somewhat giving me enemies to lovers vibe, plus the he fell first and harder vibes. Because like sometimes I feel so sad for Cassian, the way like Nesta just ignores him. I just feel so sad, but I also get like why Nesta is being like Nesta. But I am enjoying like this book sometimes so hit me like it's just 70 pages and this book is hitting me so hard. Like sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I and in the same page I will feel happy. Like I think I think this book is going to be my favorite of them all because this is having so much bickering and so much depth. You if you get me right, you get me what I'm saying, right? Like I don't know how to express myself what I'm feeling, but I really think this is going to rocket through my list of favorite books. Hello guys, welcome back to another day, and I am recording this video after like 20 to 25 days since I last recorded. And I think I in that video I said that I will read 100 to 200 pages in maybe 1 or 2 hours. And surprise, actually no, there's no surprise, I didn't do that. I was not able to read that day, and not even a single day after that due to college, because I had my exams. I had one research report to make, I had assignments and PPTs, blah 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 blah, blah. So that's why I was kind of busy. I was not able to do anything, but today I will try to read 50% of this book because still I am at page number 96. I think when I started that video I was at page number 70 and today I'm at page number 96. So it's going pretty bad for this one. Hello guys, welcome back. I just wanted to give you an update that I am nearly halfway through this book. I am on page number 344. I'm loving this book so far. It gives us context about why Nesta was being Nesta in the book 1. Like they have given a reason why she was being so pristine and why she was acting like someone she is so untouchable. Like she is the princess of the house, kind of. She was giving kind of that vibes, as I think. But and there is a reason behind that, and personally what I think is that that reason is not enough to justify what Nesta's actions were in the book 1 and why she was acting that way towards Feyre. But yeah, it's to some level it has been justified or given the not justified, it's just the author has given why she was like that. And there is also the mentions of her mother's character. Like till now we didn't know, like from Nesta from Feyre's perspective, we just had the character sketch of how her father was a merchant, and when they became poor he just gave up on everything, he just slacked off in his house, he didn't do anything. But still in some level he was rooting for Feyre. But we didn't have any mentions of how her mother was. And in this book there are mentions of how she was and how even her grandmother was, grandmother in means grandmother from her mother's side. And they both were like since they were rich earlier, so they had the mentality of we have to marry into a rich family, we have to get like connections from rich family to remain rich. And for that you have to look pristine, you have to be like you have to know certain skills, and you have to be like perfect, and you have to be perfect all the time, you cannot slack off, you cannot show your true emotions, you have to be perfect all the time, you cannot show like your emotions, what you are actually feeling, you cannot have an outburst, or you have to be pristine. And someone who like a perfect bride, if I want to say, if there is a word, there is the word that she has to be the perfect bride. And I think Elaine was someone who was very, simple and innocent, and she didn't bother. And I don't think that her mother was after Elaine that much. And her mother, like literally ignored and neglected Feyre. Like she completely ignored Feyre. She didn't even bothered about her. So what I think personally is that Feyre learned to do whatever she wanted, whatever she thought would amaze her and gain some skills. And I think those were the skills which kept their family alive after they became poor. Okay, so moving on, if I talk about what's happening in the book right now, currently, I think there will be a war. Maybe, yeah, I think maybe there will be a war.
बंद करो हाथ जोड़ के मैं मोदी साहब से गुजारिश करता हूँ
If whatever they are doing will not go according to their plan, which most of the time doesn't do. So maybe there is a war. Maybe there will be a war.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
And this time much bigger than the Hybern. I don't want to get into details, but and in the starting of the book, Nesta has done some questionable things. Not questionable, it's just that she wanted to, like, so far what I feel is like she wanted to be a normal person. She didn't want it to be recognized as someone like
अबे जल्दी बोल, कल सुबह पनवेल निकलना है.
a high lady's sister. She wanted to be Nesta, and for that she did some things, and which landed her into a situation where she will be in the Wind House. She will train with Cassian, and she will do some work in the library. And she has made two friends, which I was not. I didn't think that she was capable of, but yeah, she has a softer side. She just didn't. She just don't show it to everybody, and she cares about them. She does things for them, and she just don't want people to make a big thing for her or make it a big deal. And coming to Cassian, he is so supportive. He literally supports her in front of his friends. He defends her in front of his friends whenever they are give some suggestions which will bother Nesta in future, or in somehow he tries to defend her, and he tries to correct her that no, she is not like that. What you are thinking, she has improved. She is improving. You just have to give her some time. And yes, he is always right. Like, he reads even though nobody is a closed book as Nesta, he still reads her like an open book. He without even her saying, or without even her understanding, herself understanding what's going on, he understands her. He takes charge, and he understands whatever is going on in her head, or whatever she wants to do, or going to bother her. He handles that before everything. Talk about green flags, sorry. And for a fact, I love the fact that he is not even like shy to show whatever he feels or how he wants to support in front of anybody. Like, he just does. And I like the fact that he doesn't even care what everyone will think about him if he supports or if he do certain things in front of anybody. He just does that. He doesn't even care what they will think. Uh, Sometimes he acts like he is embarrassed, but I don't think he is embarrassed. He is proud of himself that he's doing it, and I think that's cute and that's nice. That is something. Like, in some books, there are some guys who don't want to like show all their cards in front of the girl because they think that they will tease him, or they are shy, or they will be embarrassed. But Cassian is not like that. He shows his cards. Like, every chance he gets, he shows all of his cards. He tells that this is what I want from you, and this is what I will achieve, and you will not be able to stop me. I love it. So yes, moving on. I was talking about the war. I think this time the war, like I have said, I have said it earlier or not, that uh, there are, as the wall is down, there's no wall, and they are still in the process of making treaties, and they are establishing the boundaries. So I think this time the war will be between Autumn Court or Human Queens, with the Autumn Court as their ally, and there are some other people too, with like the powerful people who they will convince to be their allies too, and they will all fight together with, not together, they will all fight together against the all night courts and all the other courts. And right now, Spring Court is really, really, really in some danger because Tamlin is just losing his mind. Tamlin is not Tamlin. I think from the instances that I got in this book till now is that he is roaming around in his beast form. He is not even in his human form. He has lost his mind completely. And I think there is also one thing, I don't know if I should say it here or give you a spoiler or not. But if that thing, if Tamlin hears about it, he is crazy right now, but he will go bat crap crazy if he hears about that. I am waiting. Like I sympathize with his character, but also I feel that he deserves it too. Like I don't know. I am in the balance if I should be Team Tamlin or not. Like not Team Tamlin, but if I should support him or I should not support him. I'm just hanging in the balance here. So yes, I will finish this book and I will let you know how it goes. I'm back and I've been on a roller coaster ride. Thank you very much. And this book was the roller coaster that I've been on.
समझ रहे हो समझ रहे हो आप समझ रहे हो ना
Like so much is happening in the last 100 pages. I really thought that this book will be a cliffhanger because so much is happening. It's just 100 pages left and Feyre could die and Nesta, Gwen and Emery can die. Cassian can't die. Reese can't die. Their new and Reese and Feyre's new born or not born baby can die. Like I really thought that how is it possible to complete that in just 100 pages, but like the amount of plot twists and the amount of rush that this book gave me is just it's just speechless. Like what do you mean Nesta has powers that can make her rule the whole court or world whole world? Like she has that much amount of power, she had that, and she can make magical weapons. Like those were made like thousands of centuries ago before even Amryn came here, or before when she was in prison. That was the time when these magical weapons were made and then they stopped. Like people could not make that anymore, and after centuries or thousands of centuries ahead, and now Nesta can make them, and she has so much power that she can rule everything. Though she did not, though she and the girl she is, she gave up those powers just to save Nesta. Oh, Feyre and her baby and Reese, because of that stupid bargain that Reese and Feyre had, that if one dies, the other one will die too. They will die together. Like what the fuck is wrong with you guys? You will just leave whole world to no one. Who will rule this whole night court? Who will rule the world? Who will if you will die? Just people do shit things in love, and I got to know that that bargain was just as stupid because they came this close to die. And in the last, what I want to say is that this book is a whole package and I loved it. This is my second favorite book in this series. First one is obviously A Court of Mist and Furies, and the second one is this, A Court of Silver Flames. And also right now Nesta has, like, earlier Nesta didn't consider Feyre's friends or Reese's friends as her family because she thought that why Feyre has chosen her family like Elaine or Nesta over them. Like why does she behave so friendly with them? Why is she so happy with them and not with her? And now Nesta has understood why Feyre was like that to them too, and because they are always ready to help, even though they in starting they didn't trust Nesta at all. But still the things she did for them and they did for her, they that led to so many changes in between them too. Like now she did so much. Like she literally gave her all powers to Cauldron, like which who was the enemy of her since the third book, or since the second book when she stole Cauldron's power. And now she has just given those powers to save Feyre and Reese and their child. Like she has grown so much and I love her so much. Even if she did not do that, or if she didn't did that, I would have still loved her because the amount of character development she has, it's just brilliant. I just can't say it right now what I'm feeling. I even came close to crying again in this book. I love all of their bonds together. They are really like a made up family, or not not made up family. The word they say is a chosen family. Like they are a chosen family, and this family, I don't think any family can beat it. So yes, that's it for today's video, and that's it for this book. And next book I will try to read before the new book comes is the Throne of Glass series, as I have already mentioned. I will try to read all of them because there's a crossover between this book and Throne of Glass, and a major crossover between Crescent City and Akotar series. But I have also read the reviews of Crescent City. Many of the readers do not like that book, or they do not just for some reason they don't want to get into it. So wait for the next video and watch me read A Throne of Glass. And until then, bye bye. Please like, subscribe, share, and do let us know your comments. And do let us know if you want something other than book reading vlogs. I will try to make those too. I have tried so many things, and I still want to try many things. So let me know if there is something else that you want to try. I will do it for you. Until then, bye bye.